When it comes to ranking up in Tekken 8, you might think picking a top tier is the easy way to go. Well, that's just not the case. Some characters actually require a lot of your time, effort and dedication to actually get good results in ranked with them. So this is what this list is all about. We are going to take a look at the top 5 most difficult characters to rank up in Tekken 8 based off of character win rate. So this data comes from ewgf.gg, which is a site that compiles historical battle data and presents it as it is on the site. And since we can't get data straight from Bandai Namco, this is what we have to work with. So take it with a grain of salt. This data might not be 100% accurate, but again, it's what we have to work with right now. I will leave the link in the description. You can check out the site for yourself. Another disclaimer, the lowest win rate in Tekken 8 for a character in ranked is about 48%, which is still insane. That still goes to show you just how strong every character on this roster is. So just because I say these are the top 5 most difficult characters to rank up with based on win rate does not mean the character is bad. Or the contrary, the power scaling in Tekken 8 is absurd and every single character is viable for ranked and competitive as well. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into it, boys. So starting off my list at number 5 with a win rate of 48%, the lowest in the game as of the making of this video, is my boy Steve Foxuru. Honestly, I am not surprised. Steve is still a very difficult character to play in this game, very difficult character to pick up. You have to put in time, effort and dedication to get good with my boy. Despite being simplified in this game, being made a stance character, 50-50 focused heavy now with Lionheart stance, Steve still takes some time, like getting used to back 1 going to flicker stance, his wild man cancels, down forward 1 cancels, dark cancels, poking with his character, like all that stuff still takes a lot of effort. It still takes so much time to get good with Steve. And whilst Steve is strong in this game, he does not have any brain dead stuff. Let's be honest, maybe outside of Firefox Fury at the war, there's nothing else that Steve has that you can look at and think to yourself, man, this character is absurd. Back 1 is still godlike, I know this, but like compared to what other characters now have in this game, stuff like Claudio down back 1+2, Brian, Snake Eyes, Incinerator, a lot of characters just have so much overpowered stuff that back 1 does not feel as special as it was in the previous games. Back in Tekken 7, Tekken 6, it just does not feel the same. So I'm not surprised Steve having this low win rate, but like all in all, when you master this character, when you actually get good with Steve, you can see what this character can do. You know what this character can do. We have seen multiple Steves at a high level with high level players like Newman CH, Nobi representing the character in tournament. So if you put in the time, work and effort, yes, you can yield results with Steve, but not many people are willing to stick with this character and just put in that much work when there are characters like, like Asuka in the game or Alisa that can do it easier. So yes, it does make sense that Steve comes at the bottom in terms of win rate, and I'm not surprised. So you want to get good with Steve, better take the time and effort and spend time actually learning this character. At number 4, we have Raina Kurokobe with a win rate of 47.8%. Now, as of recording of the footage, Raina was actually below Steve as the worst character in terms of win rate, but as of the editing of this video, she's gone above Steve, and this is why I've put her at number 4, despite her having a lower win rate than Steve in this particular video. So they can interchange. Steve and Raina close to each other, they're interchanging right now, so it doesn't really matter. Now, Raina, it just makes sense, okay? Raina is a Mishima, and not just that, Raina is a new Mishima. Mishimas in general are one of the toughest motherfuckers to get good with at this game. Most of the people that are good with Mishimas have been loyal Mishimas for a long period of time. I'm talking like Tekken 3, even Tekken 1, bro. Kazuya players have just been that loyal. So it just makes sense that Raina would be this low as well. And again, she's also a newer Mishima, so not many people are willing to drop their original Mishima mains to pick up Raina as their new main. Like, that just makes sense as well. But again, guys, keep in mind, these are not low win rates per se. Like 40%, 48 going up these are like good win rates, close to 50, right? Games like Marvel Rivals have characters that have like what, 20, 15% win rates. But like for Tekken, because of how strong every character is, you have like very strong win rates. Like even a low win rate like Raina for 7% is still high. Okay, so she's still good, she's still doing okay. But like in the context of everyone else, she still comes in pretty low. And again, just to do with Mishima being difficult and being a pretty new character. As in terms of being easy to pick up, Raina does have some easy stuff to her kit, some strings you can spam, like, you know, have 3+433, 4-3-3-3, I think, you know, her hit stuff, down to hit is pretty strong. She does have some strings she can throw out here and there, but like all in all, she is a Mishima. She comes with the Mishima weaknesses, right? Being risky as well, very mediocre laws, stuff like side step 4, hail sweep, down back 2, you know, you have to go into stance to get some decent laws. So because of that difficulty, it makes sense that she comes in this low, just below Steve. Coming in at number 3 with a win rate of 48.3%, just above Steve, is Marshall. Now this one caught me a bit off guard, like law boys. Most of the laws I know of are just cracked, bro. Like law is just cracked, but then it started making a bit more sense because remember, these are the win rates based off of every single ranked combined, right? From freaking beginner to god of destruction. And law is, I don't want to say very difficult to pick up for new players, but like the stuff he has with DSS can still be challenging for newcomers, and I think that makes a bit sense as to why his win rate is pretty much low as well, or his bottom 5 as well. His DSS gameplay is not for everyone. His DSS gameplay does require some time and effort. You can't really switch off your brain with law as well. Like the thing that law can spam in this game is like slide, but slide is risky either way, so you can't really do like brain dead stuff with this character as well. Maybe nunchuck spam, but that costs hit. Like what are you gonna spam when you run out of the heat, right? So it does make sense. You have to put in some work learning DSS cancels, DSS pressure. Like law's pressure in this game revolves around DSS a lot. He's one of those characters that requires you to know how to implement the DSS in his pressure in his mix-up game. So it does make sense as to why he doesn't really win as much as everyone else is. I like low and I'm thinking of picking him up as well. So it's kind of sad seeing him this low, but again, this is not bad. 48 is a high win rate. I'll keep on emphasizing that these win rates are not low in that sense that they're bad, but like everyone, they're just low in the context of how strong everyone else is. So seeing low, this low, pun intended, is not surprising to say the least. At number 4 with a win rate of 48.46% is Kazuya Moscow. This one as well makes a lot of sense. Just like Raina, he is a Mishima. Probably the most difficult character to play in this game, to be honest. I think Kazuya has a lot of issues. And just historically, he's been this way for quite a while. Does not have very good poking in general, right? Very mediocre down forward 1, does not have really chunky good mids, you know. He does have moves like forward 4, forward 4, you know, demon steel pedal, 4 neutral quarter circle forward 1+2. They're good, but they're a bit slow, you know. He doesn't have like a low nunchuck, you know, allows forward 1+2, you know, for Kumram 3+4. He does not have that to that degree. But like he does have forward 2, Demon Paw. I will give Kazuya players that. He does have Demon Paw, it's still good. But like overall, just his poking in general is very weird. Okay, that's what I'll say. It's not something the average player will just grasp when they pick up Kazuya. It will have to take them a while to understand how he's supposed to function. And of course, again, being a Mishima, he comes with risks, the playstyle, having to learn the EWGF, spacing with punishment, all that jazz. Even his hit is not brain dead. His stuff needs... It comes with risk, you know. Maybe his power crash might be the most brain dead thing, but like even that takes up a chunk of your hit as well. So I think Kazuya just makes sense. Very difficult to pick up, very difficult to master as well. And just being a Mishima, it makes sense as to why he makes a bottom 5 in terms of win rate as well. And finally, closing out our list with a win rate of 48.7% is Brian Foray, probably one of the strongest characters in the game right now, as well as the strongest character on this list. Brian is a perfect example of top tiers not being able to carry you in ranked, bro. Like, some of these characters still require your effort and dedication at actually making the character work, and Brian is that example. Like, if a new player picks up Brian, yes, he does have some strings he can spam, you know, some moves he can throw out. Like, literally whatever this guy throws out will carry you in terms of counter hit, right? And just his traditional playstyle is very, I don't want to say weird, but like, it takes time as well to get used to. It does not have a generic down forward one like a lot of other characters. So also the sort of character that rewards you for sticking with him. Like, the more you play this character, the more godlike you're going to be, because you unlock some scary stuff like taunt, for example. A new player won't be able to just pick a Brian and do the taunt. This requires you to actually stick with the character and play and actually get good. Brian has a very good win rate when you filter off the ranks, right? This is based off of every single rank. So Brian has a higher win rate when the ranks are like Tekken Gold and above, but like overall, because new players struggle with him, it does make sense that his win rate is low if you take into consideration every single rank in the game. Okay, so another disclaimer, I'm sure by the time you guys are watching this video, the site should have already updated. So the bottom 5 by now must have switched around, maybe a different character is at the bottom 5. So just keep that in mind. Again, please check out the site. Again, reminder guys, this does not mean these are like the bottom 5 worst characters in the game. You can't rank up when you play these characters. No, these are just statistics, right? Numbers. Win rates are low, and they're not even low in that sense, like I've stressed out throughout this video. Like 48%, which is the average, bro. The average in terms of the lowest win rate is fucking insane, bro. This just shows how bloated the game is in terms of how strong these overpowered characters are, because there's little defense and very overwhelming offense, and this is why every character has such a high win rate. Despite calling it a low win rate, it's still a very high win rate, so it's still ridiculous. But all in all, at the end of the day, you can rank up with every single character in the game as long as you put in the work and time. Naming gang, let me know what you think. Any one of you guys playing these characters in ranked, how are you finding the grind? How are you finding the success? Has it been too sweaty? Is it easy? Do the numbers lie in this case? Talk to ya boy. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. As usual, if you've made this far, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and as usual, naming gang, with the friend be ever in your favor. GG.